Hello, everyone. Hope all is well today. How are you doing? Alrighty, now we got another day of talking about multiple streams of income. And for those that don't know who I am a business strategist and I help you with getting your businesses functional, getting them set up, getting them marketed, getting your behind the scenes, the not so sexy information set up for you. And I help my clients to do all sorts of administrative pieces to their businesses and things like that. Now, what we're going to talk about this afternoon is going to be a class. I want to go ahead and want to go ahead and but anyway, one thing I want to say to you, we're going to talk about. I remember the other day, well, both days I gave you part one and part two, and I gave you some different businesses that I feel like will help you with multiple streams of income. Where in the event of that, there's a little bit more good stuff to come with that too as well. And what they are is going to be an additional things that you can do to help you even in the niches or the businesses that you start or the businesses that you're going to be, that you're in. It's going to, and this topic tonight is how to multiply your multiple streams of income. So how to multiply them. So, you have no way of not winning here. And I almost didn't come on because it's so much going on today. It's so sad. The funeral of the young man, Mr. Tyrese, his funeral was today, and I feel my heart goes out to the family, and God, may God see us through this. Okay, let me make sure that everything is okay. It is. Alrighty. Now, what I want to share with you here about the how to multiply your multiple streams of income here. We want to first, like I said, some of the businesses that I did mention to you are something that you pretty much are probably already familiar with, and those are not all of the businesses. But the first thing we want to do is, say for instance, if you use one of the ones that I mentioned to you a few days ago, the next thing you would want to do after you've gotten your foundation set up and then you have it structured as a business, and do remember I did say, get yourself in position in order to be able to develop and establish your business credit. So I'll be able to talk to you a little bit more about that later on in the week, so stay tuned for that. And one other thing is, whatever product or service you have, you need to find other ways and find other things that you can do or you can have in your business, like multiple products and in multiple services that is complementary, or that is going to be something that's going to be, needed as an additional, source. Just like, say, for instance, if I have started a lawn, let's just use lawn care. If I started a lawn care business, if I'm doing just the basic cutting the grass, or if I got a company that I just did basically cutting the lawn, mowing the lawn or whatever, I would add, some other services or some other products that can go along with it. It's like maybe, killing the weeds, or getting putting down pesticide or something like that for my client, maybe edging them, just upselling it. It's in a way, let's put it like this: some of the things that you can upsell in your business, and that will help you to increase your revenue with it, just that client. And basically how much you can get out of your client is going to be beneficial for you to in your business. So that's the first thing you can do to multiply your multiple streams of income. So in still thinking on the services and the product or the services that you are, giving, or you giving the person that you're giving services to. All right. And then also, next thing is, if you're not going to do anything like that, for instance, for the customer is, basically find out, if you're not going to use any of the businesses I mentioned to you, but just find out, let's say maybe it's something that you have a skill set. Use that skill set to leverage, and you can use some of the same, whatever your skill set is, use some of the same little strategies I just mentioned to you about the business, about the businesses, the businesses that I mentioned earlier. And also, whatever even if you, let's say if you have a skill set, and if you have a skill set to just say you may do, a skill set could be, I would say, um maybe doing, let's say your tax, maybe doing taxes or something like that. Well, there are other things in alignment with, taxes, that like bookkeeping, and maybe you need maybe you need somebody to organize. You can have somebody else working in your business. It don't always have to be you doing all of these multiple things, and to have multiple streams of income, get someone else. You can hire them, or you can maybe subcontract them, or anything like that. And also the next thing is having whatever, let's say for whatever, but let's say for lawn, we're going to use it still the example of lawn care services, whatever. Let's say if you've added the services to the lawn care, your job that you're doing with just one person. What if some of the products that you use, and what if the companies that you use them from, I mean, you're using to do those services, what if their company has, they're on, they're on the stock, the stock exchange. What if they have stock, their company have stocks, and they are, with the S&P and all this stuff, what if you can, that company is on the New York Stock Exchange? What if that company has stocks that you can purchase? Okay, then over the long haul, I mean, you can do short term, but just think about the long term effect of that. You are buying the product anyway, and what they tell you in the stock market, basically, if for us buying stocks, if it's a product and service that you use, then guess what, you need to, maybe it will be advantageous for you to maybe to buy some stock in that product or that company or whatever it is. And if you have equipment that company may be on the stock market, with lawn care equipment and things like that, you need equipment, so maybe that company is on the stock market. So I'm just using that as an example. Take any business that you have and use that same scenario with it. That's another way. And then you're winning all the way around. Okay. All righty. Now the next thing is, what if there are some things that you can possibly, another product that you can get out of that? If you have a lawn care service, maybe you can write a ebook or something, or either teach people how to, maybe there's somebody out there that's a handmade, maybe it's a male out there that he don't want anybody to come cut his grass, he want to do it himself, and maybe you can give him some tips and tools on, teach him about equipment, or using this as an example, teach them about equipment, for this particular service. Teach them about, how to, fertilize, how to protect themselves from, putting out the fertilizer, or planting flowers, or whatever landscaping, whatever it is. You can create something, or ebook, or create a course, or create something that will help them, and then they can purchase that from you too. So you see, everything is in the line of the work that you're doing, but you're just using, you're just coming up with you using other products and services under that same skill set, or under that same structure. Now, also the next thing is, basically find out if there are any other, you know, connections or network that may need any organizations, or just may need your service. You, like, say for instance, with land care and landscaping, you may reach out to home associations and things like that. So the home associations, they want to be able to, they want their their environment in their neighborhoods to look a certain way. You may be able to go in there and knock all of them out. Using lawn care service as an example, you may be able to just go in there and just put them on a rotation. You never know. I mean, seriously, you never know. So whatever business you're in, find out what group are they associated with, and then go to that group and just maybe give them a great discount, and give them some perks, or whatever the case may be. So it doesn't matter what it is, but these things will work, I'm telling you. So that's just that those are just a few to help you multiply your multiple streams of income. Now, let me give you a few more other little things that I do want to share with you too. Also, just kind of like finding out other a little bit more and give you little bonuses here for as how to find out what's really trending. If you really some of the ones that we discussed, it just may not be of interest to you, and then you kind of want to do your own research and think about how can you find out what's going to be needed in 2023. Well, there's a few little tactics and ways that I want you to approach this thing here. Also research what's going on with the latest trends in different industries and industries that you're kind of like interested in, and make sure that you're finding out what's new, what's the latest trend, what's technology, what they're using, and then make sure that you knowing what's going on with the competition, and those are people that are in the same niche or in the same businesses that you might be interested in. Just find out what's going on with them, and always in a sense, use a little. It's called like a little cheat sheet. Do a little cheating there to find out what's going on and what they're doing, and that may be able to spark something within you, and find out what's coming down the pipe, and if it's anything dealing with that may be attached to the government. Find out what they're doing, what kind of laws or something they're getting ready to pass in reference to that, and then you can in turns get familiar, or get ahead of the game by finding out what's going on with government contracting. So possibly you can set yourself up. I talk about this all the time. Coming in one of my classes, and you'll get a little bit more depth information, hint, 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 on what's going on with, how you can prepare yourself for the opportunities when you're doing business with the government outside of doing business, B2B. Now, one of the other things, other little tips I want you to know, or want you to think about as far as trending, finding trends for 2023. And if it's a business idea, utilizing social media, hashtagging, hashtag whatever interest that you're in, whatever thing that you're into, and then finding out what's really going on. The social media now will tell you what's going on. Everybody is, the latest news, the Wall Street Journal, the Washington Post, US Today, Time Magazine, everybody is on social media now, and they got updated, news information. The Economist, things that's going to tell you about what's going on. Look at your local government. If not the local government, look at some of these websites that has basic information or advanced information about what is out here in whatever industry you're in. They all have a place where they house their information. Okay, learn and read about it. Know what's going on within your niches. Okay, that's what you do. That's what everybody else is doing, I'm telling you. So make sure that you do that. Developing an online presence is so important for you. Like I said, once again, social media, and not only social media, getting a footprint out here with setting up your social media channels. Maybe something, writing a blog, or writing a blog about your industry. You don't always have to do that, but getting your presence out here and screaming so if you don't want to do it, hire somebody to do it, and just scream to the top of your lungs, and about about what you want to do or what you are doing, and how you are making a difference. Okay, and then also make sure that you know what your customer want. Focus on customer service. Focus on what's being asked by people, just like even what we're talking about now. Maybe okay, maybe look at that. Okay, yeah, and maybe that way, maybe someone will, you know, maybe someone will tell you what they're looking for. So find out what they need from you, and also just always communicate with those that you are serving, because you know what's on their mind, and you know what they're thinking in the future if you don't already have a client base or customer base now. Um, Now, and also, like I said earlier, make sure that you network with other people, or network with people that are in the same, that can complement you in your business. And that's pretty much going to be how you can multiply your multiple streams of income. So I hope that that was something that helped. And let's see here. Yeah. So anyway, if that's going to be it for this evening, because I will. Yeah, I gotta 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready. And if you just coming in, go back and rewind that thing and listen at it again. So that's going to be all for this afternoon. And also, I just put up the podcast, so I want you to listen at the podcast on Sean and Tamara. I'm sorry, Tamara. They're sisters and brothers, and they started a business together. And I think it's so unique in their product. Check them out, and I know we all may need this product. And actually, it's a protector for your handbag, or other things, not only your handbag. It's for baby diaper and all kinds of sorts of things. But just listen at the podcast. It's very, very interesting, and it's good. So I enjoyed interviewing them. And then we have also another one that I'm going to drop probably the first of next week too, that I did another podcast. So I'm doing podcasts along with all the other things that I am doing too as well. And also for those that when you get your businesses going out there, hey, you can come on the podcast too, and I'll let everybody know about what's going on with this, because I want the world to know what you have, and especially if you're working with me, you're gonna be put out there. So I wouldn't leave you dry. I wouldn't leave you high and dry. Already. Okay, all right. You have a beautiful afternoon, and I'm going to get ready. But I'm glad I came on earlier this afternoon to kind of converse with you and let you know how to multiply your multiple streams of income. And I hope that information helped a little bit and got you to start thinking about some things. And hopefully you're going to activate them, and you're going to take action on them and do them, do them to help you out. All right. See you in the next video. All righty. Have a good evening. Bye bye. Take care.